lads, how you're doing, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, FIFA 23, a lot more news has been dropped in the last week or so. So here is your weekly update of the new FIFA game. Of course, if you're not aware, this is the last FIFA we're ever going to get. After this, it will be followed by EAFC. The entire FIFA and EA partnership will be going their both two separate ways. We may get a FIFA game in the future, but it will not be made by EA. If there's a FIFA PES mock-up and Konami buys the FIFA licensing, we'll have to find out. But as this is the last FIFA, there's a lot of hope that maybe this will go out on a bang. So they may save some of their cool little features for the future for their brand new EAFC title. We're gonna have to find out, but let's go and get stuck in and tell me down below in the comments what do you guys think and what are you guys looking forward to for the new FIFA. Yo, do you play FIFA 22? Yeah. Is your team bang average? You absolute pathetic piece of... You're saying that to the viewers? No, obviously. Ah, okay. I mean you. Do you face teams like this? You can't keep getting away with it! Do you know there's a way to get coins? Why are you shouting at me? Then go to userbuy.com for the cheapest and most reliable place to buy your coins on FIFA 22. Link is down below in the description, and also use code Vizeh at checkout to get a discount. So starting off, we have got the first look of the color scheme of the brand new game. Nothing too insane. This is the current placeholder on all of the images on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and it looks like this. It is a bit of like a cream sort of effect. This is kind of very similar to the Madden theme which they have, which doesn't really mean much really. It's just kind of like a color scheme they have for the branding, for the images, for the graphics, but like in game probably be a different color scheme altogether. But this is what it currently looks like, which in recent years we had the purples of last year, the pinks of 20, yellows of 17. So there's always like a color scheme that like represents each FIFA, and this one could be this brownie kind of cream design, which could look nice, depends on who you ask, but we've had a lot of high contrast colours, so here's a little change for this year. In terms of the cover, it will still, yet again for the third year now, be killing Mbappe since he first joined back in FIFA 21. This will be his third cover art for FIFA. Of course, Mbappe and EA will have a long-term agreement, a long-term partnership, and it will keep going as Mbappe is a star boy right now, the main man in the world. So I can't really see this changing anytime soon. I believe that it will just be Mbappe on the cover, not like any OG FIFA stuff that we had that it was like, you know, one or two, it was like 2 or 3 players. Odds are it may just be Mbappe just by himself yet again. Number 3 now, which is really important, is the reveal trailer date. Now, it's been speculated that it should be the 14th of July. Now, I don't know how accurate this really is, but it is a date which has been, rumored to be on this date. Some people saying 14th of July, some people saying potentially this weekend. It's been rumored that it should be around middle of July. People are believing that it should be dropped around that kind of time period, so expect something to be dropped quite soon. Next up is about the pre-order. So as you can see, we got ourselves here the Ultimate Edition pre-order bonuses. So one is a untradeable FIFA World Cup Foot Hero player, and we'll get into that very soon about what exactly is a Foot Hero World Cup player, because this will be a big feature about next year, because of course, as you all know, the World Cup is at the Christmas time, November, December, so they're gonna have a lot of content for the start of the year about that World Cup. Alongside that as well, 3 days early access that you could play from September 27th, and that is when you can get onto the game earlier, which is a normal standard for most pre-orders for the Ultimate Edition. And also alongside that, one untradeable one-to-watch player, which will likely be always the worst player, as it always is. You won't get anyone good. Alongside that as well, you get one Team of the Week 1 player, which is like going to be an 80 rated guy from the Ukrainian league, and also you get the 4,600 FIFA points, which is really the main reason why you're buying this, alongside also the early access. You get the Foot Ambassador loan pick, which is Son, Vinicius Jr. or Davis, the Mbappe loan, and also a career mode homegrown talent. So really you care about the FIFA points and also the 3-day early access. But let's get into what the FIFA World Cup Foot Hero means. So for FIFA 23, the heroes will be based around the World Cup. So for the heroes for next year, it will be based on the World Cup. I imagine we may get the same heroes that we already have, just with new heroes may involve World Cup. So for example, we're seeing the likes of Landon Donovan. We'll also have a hero card for next year because of what he's done for USA in previous World Cups. Obviously, heroes will be progressive in some sort of way for FIFA 23, but apparently this will only be in the actual FIFA World Cup mode. And for the pre-order, just like what happened last year, you can't actually get the free FUT hero card until November 11th. So by then, half of probably the main majority of these hero cards may not even be that usable by then. Just like what happened this year, that most heroes, other than like, you know, maybe select 3, 4, 5, you know, the likes of like a BD Pele, Ginola. Who else is there? That was probably at least decent. Robbie Keane and Solskjaer is like kind of like mid-level, you know, heroes that's like okay to use. Now, of course, if you didn't see my video the other week, which I had all the brand new icons and heroes for the game, I will just quickly go for them yet again for you guys. So cards the likes of Yaya Toure, Peter Crouch, Marquisio, Diego Simeone, Park Ji-sung, Rafa Marquez, Lucio, and Dirk Kuyt. These are all going to be heroes that have been leaked for FIFA 23 and for the icons as well. We have got the likes of Steve McManaman, Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher, Frank de Boer, Wesley Sneijder, Effenberg, Bierhoff, Breme, Paulo Futre, Forlan, Risa, and Guti. So joining with those icons should also be the man, the myth, Gerd Muller, and apparently also leaked as well is Di Stefano as well. That could also be icons for next year. So looks like a lot of brand new cards will be added. Of course, some of these cards we've had in previous years, the likes of Breme, Effenberg, Bierhoff, Futre, Carragher, De Boer, a large amount of them. But some new guys like, you know, Gerd Muller should be a very exciting addition, and especially if you're German, then you'll be absolutely loving that yet again. In terms of the gameplay, we have received this as well, which should be the new innovation of hypermotion. This is kind of like just buzzwords at this stage, but it apparently is a new, better system. But let's be real, it just kind of feels like the same sort of thing they're saying all over again. Stadium cameras are used, tracks, real footballers, and big animation changed. So apparently the animation should be a bit more, you know, more realistic and maybe more immersive. If you're a career mode player, this may be quite exciting. I don't know if you're like, you know, if you're a FUT kind of guy, I don't think this would be that useful really. The biggest change in look and feel in years, players move very different to even the latest animations, which I think we've heard that exact same sentence for the last 15 years now. So I'm not going to get too excited about that, I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm not going to get too excited about that. And lastly, going into how the game should look, these are the recent mods of the brand new kits for next year to give you guys a bit more of a buzz in terms of what it should look like for next year. I imagine the menus and all that kind of stuff will look pretty much the same. I imagine the main overhaul of the game will be largely for the EAFC release. So in terms of menus and that kind of stuff, don't really expect anything different. But this is mods of the kits that we should be getting for next year, or have been already dropped for next year, and this may give you a bit more excitement in terms of, you know, what it should look like next year, to envision the kits on these players and, you know, likes of Haaland and Man City and etc, etc. It's gonna be quite nice. It's always exciting to see your team's new kit on new FIFA. As a Burnley fan, I get excited for that as well. In terms of career mode, I've not really seen anything drop so far, and don't even get me started about pro clubs. There's nothing dropped in there as well, as per usual. But for career mode, they're keeping it quite under the wraps here. Not really too much has been dropped. We know the likes of position changes and a change in chemistry has been also leaked for next year. If you guys haven't seen that, chemistry should be completely changed. That it shouldn't be a normal chemistry system, that maybe you can play players who has no league or nation link whatsoever, and it's all based on how often you use them and the manager that you use. That could boost up their chemistry with each other and how would they perform. So yeah, we've seen that with FUT, but in terms of career mode, nothing so far, which is quite annoying. But we're going to see very soon in reveals, I believe, in I want to say early August. That's usually when they do the launches and the reveal trailers for other game modes. So lads, tell me down below in the comments here, are you guys looking forward to the new FIFA? I've been playing FIFA a lot actually in the last week. I've been getting back into it because I usually do enjoy playing FIFA for the first 2 months and the last 2 months. I don't know why, there's something about the last 2 months that I kind of feel just a bit, I don't know, it feels a lot more chill. You know, it feels a lot more chill for the last couple of weeks and months. So yeah, I'm enjoying it as of right now. Like, it's just something that I can like get back into and enjoy for a short time period, I feel like. So tell me down below in the comments your thoughts, and I'll see you guys next time for another video, and stay safe, boys.